I started Beautiful Icons as a way to capture and celebrate the beauty of the New Zealand landscape. New Zealand is the most recently populated landmass in the world, and it still has tremendous coherence and beauty, and people from all over the world come to New Zealand to find out why it is so special. Here I am on my first trip to the South Island with my future husband, where I really fell in love, and reminded me so much of Colorado, except it's way more wet. They're huge trees and verdant forests. When I got back to the North Island and West Auckland and began to settle in, I decided to create a body of work that would represent unique snapshots of the North Island in sculptural form. And the first one I chose was of Piha Beach. Piha is iconic to West Auckland and very typical of the West Coast landscape. I went out there on a very stormy, tumultuous day, and I really wanted to capture in bas-relief the nuances of the landscape and the kind of tumultuousness of that storm. The second image I chose to work from is of Tane Mahuta. Tane Mahuta is the king of the forest. It's a great kauri tree, 2,000 years old. Here I am standing in front of that tree. And here's the crown of the tree. And I visited at night the first time, or in the evening, and the mana and presence of Tane Mahuta was so overwhelming that I really wanted to represent that. And this is the second image that I did. And here I am offering Tane Mahuta as a sculpture back to the tree, and again feeling communion with that great being. And the third image that I work from is Rangitoto. Rangitoto is a young volcano that sits very, very majestically and iconically in the middle of the Auckland harbour. And in this one, I was looking to create a much more open and fresh kind of look, expansiveness, like the ocean and the sky. Rangitoto is often framed by pahutakawa trees, which have bright red flowers, and they flower at Christmas. So they're sort of like the New Zealand Christmas tree. And I present these three images in their own individual boxes with a little write-up about me as an artist and my process. They are presented on stainless steel stands. They also have a hole in the middle so you can hang them on the walls. Well, how do I create these images? Here they are, halfway done. I start out with a plasticine original, which I spend days, weeks on, getting all those nuances of the third dimension just right. And then I cast a slurry of a product called Fortin, which is a mixture of pure gypsum and acrylic polymer. And I pour it into a silicone rubber mold, and here's it popped out of the mold. And then I glaze them all individually with glazes of oil paint. I found that people really respond differently to different colors, coolness, warmness, hotness. And so this is the product range that I've developed so far of various colors for all three of the images. I've been placing them in stores in the Auckland area and the Northland and found tremendous responsiveness and appreciation and beginning sales. But now how am I going to really grow the business? Well, I need dies cut for new boxes. I need to order more stainless steel stands. There's my husband working on the stands. And I need to go on a couple of sales trips and continue to support myself while the business really takes off. And here is that product range once again. and I completely encourage you to come visit New Zealand, the land of the long white cloud, and go well. Thanks very much.